lot of things in life I just don't get. For instance, I don't get why people care so much about what other people are doing, even though it might not have anything to do with them at all. I don't get that. I don't get why Pokemon thinks it's okay to have Meryl, the water mouse Pokemon, evolve into Azumarill, the water rabbit Pokemon. Does that make any kind of logical sense here? How does a mouse evolve into a rabbit? I mean, come on. But there is one thing I get, and it's all I get. I get pizza. All I get in life is pizza. All I get is pizza. That's it. Claire, you're a fool. Shout out to my girl Claire. Anyways, what is going on, guys? Don't worry about the other stuff. Let's focus on this battle. I have a battle against my friend Kenzie, or Kenzie as she goes by in this battle. She just started putting her team together, so this is what she came up with, and it looks pretty scary on paper. But I knew that all I would have to do here is try and kill that Excadrill, because if I can get the sticky web up with my Smeargle, then Lucario and Greninja are going to have a complete field day. Not to mention I have a threat that needs to not be named at all on my team. And I also have a Talonflame, so that's going to prove to be very good. Not only that, but I have a Skarmory, which pretty much walls like the entirety of her team, as you guys are going to see. Well, not walls, but it does very well in this battle. But anyways, I am going to lead off with my trusty Brocasso. This Smeargle has never failed me, ever. So I'm going to go straight for the sticky web because I was thinking about going for the magic coat, but she's probably going to go for the sleep powder. As you guys are going to see, she does go for the sleep powder. So if I had used magic coat, that would have just been a wasted turn. So I went straight for the sticky web just to try and slow everything down. Like I said, if I can make everything slower, then my Lucario and Greninja are going to have a complete field day against her team. So my plan here is to switch into my Talonflame, not just because of the obvious fact that Venusaur cannot touch Talonflame, but just in case she wanted to go straight to her Excadrill. I knew Excadrill would be a good switch-in for her because my Smeargle was asleep. It's not going to be able to do much. She's going to be able to get off the Rabbit Spin quite easily. So my plan was to go out to Talonflame just in case she did want to switch to her Excadrill. She ends up switching to it. Not only that, but she ends up staying in against it, and I'm able to take out her Rapid Spinner. Therefore, that's going to make things a lot easier for me during this battle, just based solely on the fact that her Pokemon are going to be slower. I was actually thinking that she was going to switch out to her Garchomp directly and not to her Excadrill, or that she would switch into her Garchomp and not let her Excadrill die, but she let it stay in and die, so like I said, that makes things a lot easier for me. So now she goes out to this Garchomp, and it's scary as hell, so I'm going to go out to my Skarmory. She goes straight for the Dragon Claw. It's not going to do much, obviously, because I am indeed a Skarmory, but I was actually kind of scared. A lot of Garchomps carry fire moves, you know, like Fire Blast, Fire Fang. So she goes for the Swords Dance here, and I'm like, okay, what are you going to do to me? The Dragon Claw's not going to do anything. Please don't have the Fire Fang. I'm going to go for the layer of spikes here, as you guys are going to see. And to my dismay, she actually does have the Fire Fang. But luckily for me, Fire Fang is a very weak move. It's only base 65, so it's base 130. Coming from Garchomp's plus 2 attack stat, it's going to do half, which was actually a lot less than I thought it was going to do, to be honest. Because I know at level 50, your Pokemon take more damage. So she does about half to me with the Fire Fang, plus 2 Fire Fang, which is not too bad at all. Here I'm going to be free to go for the Roost because I actually ended up whirlwinding her out to her Venusaur, and obviously Venusaur cannot damage Skarmory mostly. I mean, it's not like, unless she has HP Fire or something that I don't know about. I didn't think she would, so if anything, I thought she was going to Leech Seed me, but she actually switches right back to her Garchomp as I go for the Roost, which is not a bad switch. If she can get a burn on me with the Fire Fang, that'd be very good for her because she'd be able to, you know, whittle me down every turn, and I would lose some of my attacks. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Whirlwind. I don't want this thing setting up any Swords Dances. I need to get this thing out of here immediately. So I go for the Whirlwind, and it actually brings out her Azumarill. And Azumarill is a force to be reckoned with, as we all should know at this point. Azumarill is probably one of the most threatening Pokemon in the game right now, which is pretty ridiculous. But that Spikes damage is going to help me out in the long run. I'm going to try and get up another layer later on, but as you can see, or right now, I knew that, right now, because I knew I'd be faster than the Azumarill, so I might as well. But maybe I should have gone for the Roost first, because as you guys are going to see, this waterfall does way too much damage. Holy balls, Azumarill, you need to calm down. You need to chill out with your water rabbit self. evolving from a freaking water mouse. No, no, Pokemon, that's not okay. Look it up. Azumarill is a rabbit while Marill is a mouse. I'm never gonna let that go. Ever. Ever, ever. Anyways, I'm gonna go for another Roost because I'm scared. And she goes out to her Greninja. Protean Greninja is one of the scariest Pokemon ever. Protean is a fantastic ability, probably one of the best I've ever seen. But it's not better than my fantastic shiny Greninja that I got from my boy Alvis. Oh my lord, I love this thing. It's so beautiful, it's so sexual. Anyways, my mindset was that she's probably going to go for a dark, ice, or water move. So that is going to allow me to safely switch in my Greninja. And then I'm going to be able to outspeed her because of the sticky web and take her out with the appropriate move. And it actually turned out that she went for the taunt, which turned her into a dark type. So I'm going to be able to take her out with a life orb serve. Greninja is way too strong, man. Stab everything is really good, especially with a life orb. Greninja has pretty good special attack. It's way too good. Greninja is probably one of my favorite Pokemon this generation. But anyways, she is going to go for the Mega Evolution. This is actually my first time seeing Mega Gardevoir on Wi-Fi, like ever, to be honest. So I actually want to use one. I'm over here trying to breed me a Timorels, you feel me? Yeah, boy. Anyways, I go for the Surf here. And I was kicking myself because she actually ended up going for the Thunderbolt. There's no way I could have known that she would have gone for the Thunderbolt, but I was kicking myself because Dark Pulse was probably the better option, seeing as that I had a chance to flinch her had I gone for Dark Pulse, and I have no chance to flinch her if I go for Surf. That's just, you know, competitive stuff. Obviously, it's fine that she killed my Greninja because I'm going to go out to my Blood Gang. So, woo and da-da-do. Blood Gang is going to take her out with a Flash Cannon. It's going to explode in her face, and she's going to die. That's super effective Flash Cannon, what you know about it. Anyways, so the Gardevoir goes down. Mega Lucario, I haven't really been using Mega Lucario. It's really good. I need to use it a lot more. Either way, despite how good Mega Lucario is or isn't, I am going to switch the hell out of here. I do not want to die just in case I don't kill the Garchomp with the Flash Cannon. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go to my Kamikaze, aka the wall of all walls, and she is going to double switch. She double switches to her Azumarill, which was pretty good because she definitely remembers how much damage the waterfall did to my my Skarmory last time, and it's definitely going to be doing more than Garchomp could do. So that was a fantastic switch on her part. But unfortunately, she goes for the Aqua Jet. I really believe that she should have gone for the waterfall right there because I can't really do much to her, and she doesn't really need to outspeed me. So the waterfall was definitely the better choice there. But what that's going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to eat up the Aqua Jet, and she's actually going to switch out here. I just wanted to get rid of that Azumarill because I knew it could potentially be a problem later on. So I actually go straight for the Brave Bird here as she switches into her Garchomp. And it doesn't really have that much HP left, so I was wondering how much this Brave Bird would do. I mean, it's not like I have any attack EVs or anything, but it actually does quite a bit considering that I don't have any attack EVs. But at the same time, Garchomp is a very bulky Pokemon, so it doesn't die. So, I really have nothing to worry about here. I am just going to do whatever, and then my Talonflame is most likely going to end up sweeping her team because when that Azumarill comes back in, it's going to end up taking a lot more spikes damage, which is going to allow my Talonflame to KO it without even having to set up any bulk ups. Not only that, but I whirlwind her out to her Venusaur. Seeing as how my Smeargle is asleep, I have a free switch into my Talonflame. Even if she goes for the lead seed, it's not going to matter. I'm going to be able to sweep her team with the Talonflame no matter what from this point on. So that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to switch in my Talonflame right now. You know, there's no rocks up. I have pretty much full HP, I guess. She actually does end up going for the lead seed like I thought. But like I said, I should be able to one-hit KO the rest of her team with the priority Brave Bird. And at this point, I think we both knew that it was kind of a checkmate here. And she's actually going to end up forfeiting the battle, which is fine because it just would have been, you know, me killing her Venusaur, Azumarill, and Garchomp regardless. So, good game, Kenzie. I see you improving in the future. Your team's looking pretty solid and scary. Definitely got to get me a Mega Gardevoir. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to try and get an episode of Reborn up tomorrow morning. So if you guys want to see that, I guess stay tuned. I'm also going to try to stream tomorrow morning, so well, after the Reborn episode goes up. So check my live stream tomorrow being Saturday the 30th. Check the live stream in the morning, and I I'll probably be live streaming. But anyways, like I said, thank you guys. I am out of here, and we will see you during the next battle or video in general. I don't know. Bye.